These days, everybody wants to practice astrology. Why? Because there's so much of literature available in Google, YouTube. They think that I can just watch the YouTube video and I can do astrology. First, astrology is about Navagrahas. Navagrahas will not allow you to see the karmic pattern of an horoscope. And for an astrologer, you need lot of other things apart from being in astrology. Like you should have an in-depth knowledge about karma vipak. Why this soul is suffering? What is the karma which is got involved to get this type of an horoscope? Next is you need to know about pattern reading. My teacher usually beautifully he says, somebody's past can be somebody's future. I never believed when he told me that. But once when I started putting the pattern reading into astrology, I could see I could connect someone's past with someone's future. So when I copied that past, it really works out. It has happened in my personal life. So they have to clearly understand about pattern reading. Then the next important thing is about the society trends. This society trends is very, very important when you are going into the marriage part of astrology. When you go back in 1990, those days, the marriage matching, the marriage proposal, the way how the boy or the girl selected each other was very different. Now it is completely different. Only the girl makes the choices. If you are not going to understand the society trends, you will not know about anything. Then most of the time the predictions will go wrong. And other thing is that how the world works. Like of late I'm getting lot of horoscope from Australia and US. These people are telling me that they are not getting interviews itself. Then I could see a news connecting Canada and unemployment, how Indians are coming back. Now, if you are not that news savvy, if you are not connected with the reality check of what is happening in the world, you cannot guide people. So this is very, very important to be practically successful as an astrologer. That is why many people fail as an astrologer, because they cannot give you a correct guidance. I have seen many astrologers stating that you go there, do this in the midnight, do this kriya in the midnight, you will get everything back. Might be they are referring to Lal Kitab, but these days is it feasible to do a kriya in midnight? No, it is not feasible. Then you have to be really practical to tell something which will be very helpful to people. Now let's come into an astrology part. When it comes to astrology, the angle from which the horoscope works will be different. There are 3-4 angles through which I completely check with my client. First is I will check from the ascendant, which most of the astrologers do. Sometimes it works from Jupiter. Yesterday I saw one horoscope. From Saturn, her horoscope was perfect. But yet her work was not picking up. Then I checked from Jupiter. All planets in 6, 8, 12 position, she has not grown. So whether the horoscope works from Jupiter, which is the Karaka of self. And these days I see most of the horoscope work from Saturn. Then the other important is Dasa and Mukti period. Now sometimes the horoscope works from the Dasa Lord or the Mukti Lord. In some horoscope, I simply go by the transits. With the transits, I tell them it works out. So for an horoscope, when there is a multiple angle, then how can an astrologer just tell from ascendant? It is not feasible unless you know the angle from which it works. With talking with the client, then only you can guide them. Now you leave this. There's another important click in this. Now if a person comes, he has Rahu Jupiter, Rahu Venus, which means women cannot give guidance. Have you seen that? No, many people do not know. There is a pattern in each horoscope who has to guide them. A client of mine, his Venus is strong, so I used to guide him correctly. There's another client, his Venus is weak. Whenever I tell something, it becomes conflict oriented. So I go and tell my teacher, I take his guidance and he also connects with him and takes some amount of guidance. It works out well for him. So who has to guide who? It's a very big question mark. It's a very big click which many people do not know. So if the horoscope has Rahu Jupiter, Rahu Venus, very challenging as a women astrologer to guide them, and Rahu Jupiter, very challenging. Rahu Jupiter means their antakarna, the antakarna which is there above, it is cut, so the soul will not get the guidance. In that case, you can guide them 5%, 10%. This is a very important step. In some horoscope, you have to guide them step by step. In one full lot, you will not get the guidance. The guidance will come to the next step, and they have to go to another astrologer to take a guidance. Like this, and horoscope needs to be seen in a very intelligent manner. Not all the astrologers can be successful. For instance, there are a lot of people after their retirement want to go into astrology because it is easily available. No, it's a very important tool. It is the tool which is given to us by our rishis, by the Navagrahas, and every time you have to pray to the Navagrahas so that the sheet of karma is removed. You can see the drishti of the soul, the life purpose of the soul. Many people cannot take when I tell them the truth, but they come back and they are very thankful because I told them the truth. If you are going to become a soothsayer for a client and you are not willing to tell the truth, then you cannot be a very successful astrologer. So to be a successful astrologer, you should be a very highly conscious, refined human being, not the one who has to be like, I know, I read it from the Google, from the magazines and from the YouTube. No, Granthi can operate, Granthi or the astrolog can operate, Navagrahas can operate. And finally, please don't take astrology consultation for free. What comes free will not, you can never use it. You have to pay for the guidance. Then only your antakarna will open, your mind will open, you will take the guidance and you can use the guidance. Otherwise, you will run here and there and it is like you offer peanuts, what you will get, you know, and you will jumping from one tree to another tree, not finding the solution. This is Jayashree Astrologer, and if you want any guidance about any puzzles of your life, you want any solution about your life, please connect with me in my WhatsApp. I will be really happy to guide you. Thank you.